Hello and welcome. I am Aaron, and this is another Turbo Review. Today I'll be taking a look at Transformers Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime. This video review was requested by one of my subscribers, Optimus Prime 18 Full. If you'd like to check out his channel, I've provided a link in the description. Back in 1995, during the days of Generation 2, Hasbro released a brand new Optimus Prime figure in the form of Laser Optimus Prime. That figure was awesome. 15 years later, the Reveal the Shield line offered a reimagining of that figure in the form of Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime. Is the homage as good as the original? Let's find out. Optimus's alt mode is a long-nosed truck cab, which I've heard others refer to as a racing truck. It's very reminiscent of his G2 counterpart, with flame detailing on the front of the vehicle as a nod to the original toy's hood fading from red to black. All 6 wheels roll fairly well. He's got clear orange tinted windows at the front, as well as the frontmost side windows. Unfortunately, the rear side windows were molded in a dark blue plastic and painted a terrible orange that sticks out like a sore thumb. Pity, because this is the alt mode's one sore spot. The undercarriage reveals some robot parts, but it's not a big deal as you're not meant to look at the underside of the truck anyways. Alt mode scores an 8. Optimus's transformation is straightforward for the most part. It's not exactly simple, but it does reference the G2 figure's transformation, which is a plus. There are a couple of unconventional bits to his conversion, like the orange painted windows folding inward and the wheels that fold up into his legs. All in all, it's a nice little transformation, and I'm giving it an 8. In robot mode, Optimus Prime is a very good-looking figure, if a bit on the small side. The homages to his G2 counterpart are also evident in this mode. Legs, shoulders, and torso all harken back to the older figure, though the chest here is actually formed from the cab's front windows, where the G2 toy's chest was a facade. His head sculpt is a little off, but still unmistakably Optimus Prime. He's got very little in the way of kibble, mostly just the blue arm flaps. I guess the argument could be made that he has a bit of a backpack, but really it barely qualifies as such. He comes with a sword accessory which can be held in either hand. This is one good, solid robot mode, and it gets an 8.5. Articulation on this figure is mostly very decent. Swivel, hinge, and ball joints in his arms and legs allow for a variety of poses. His waist will twist, but it's limited by the solid bit at his back. 2. His right arm is hindered by what is ultimately a rather unnecessary post on the inside of his shoulder. Beyond that, you should be able to get him into most any pose you want. Articulation gets a score of 7. Optimus has the same rub symbol gimmick that the other Reveal the Shield figures have, and the less said about it, the better, in my opinion. His other gimmick is that his robot mode weapon, the sword, folds up and stores in between his robot legs in alt mode, forming the cab's 5th wheel. On my figure, inserting the sword causes the back of the cab to become slightly misaligned, and as such, the rear of the vehicle doesn't sit quite right. This is an example of a figure being compromised, albeit only slightly, for the sake of the gimmick. I'm giving his gimmicks a score of 6. Overall, Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime scores a 7.5. He's got a great alt mode and a great robot mode too. Transformation is a little quirky, but in a good way, and articulation, though slightly hindered, is about on par with what you'd expect for a deluxe class figure. Gimmicks, however, are rather meh, and that's what really brings down his score. While he's not the best Optimus Prime figure, he's also far from the worst. Recommended. Reveal the Shield Optimus Prime does a fantastic job homaging the G2 figure while also incorporating a fresh design. This seems to be par for the course when Hasbro updates a classic figure, and it's a trend I really want to see continue. Size is a bit of an issue with this guy, but I wouldn't let that stop you from picking him up if you can find him, because, as with all the later wave Reveal the Shield figures, he's rather difficult to come by here in the US. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, please subscribe.